How many contenders can the Spurs legitimately challenge in the playoffs? All right, before I get into the video, I want to say a couple of things. First, if you enjoyed the video or if you like NBA basketball content, go ahead and leave a like on the video. You're going to enjoy this video, so you might as well go ahead and leave a like and get it out the way. And if you enjoyed this video, you might as well subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, you're going to like all my other videos, other versions of NBA Weeklies. I have other sports stuff as well that I have on my page. Just go ahead and check it out and subscribe. But that's all I got. Let's get back to the video. All right, so we're back with NBA Weekly. Now, I was supposed to film this yesterday, but I guess I did. I'm glad I didn't. I didn't because I really just got pushed off schedule when I filmed NFL yesterday. But NBA Weekly, the Knicks yesterday were going up against the Spurs, and they ended up beating the Spurs for the NBA Cup. NBA Cup, you know, it's not like a big deal or nothing like that. But, I mean, hey, high stakes win. I mean, the Spurs have been balling. I mean, they had a big win over the Thunder that we're going to get into, but Victor Wembanyama was back versus game. He was a little bit off. You know, he wasn't the usual Vic that we know for him to be, but also like sending prayers his way. He had a close, I think it was his grandma is what I saw on Twitter, but regardless, someone close to him, whether they be his family or friends, they did pass away. So sending all like prayers and stuff his way. But regardless, the Knicks beat the San Antonio Spurs 124-113, and the Knicks have been very impressive this season. Actually, like if we go to their dang, if I can find it, if we go to their thing, they are on a, because I believe before this they were on like a 5-game win streak or something like that. Like the Knicks, they've been streaking. I'm not gonna lie to you, they have been streaking. And okay, wait. These are not games that haven't been played. Regardless, the Knicks, they beat the San Antonio Spurs 124-113. And the Knicks are a team where I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, here's exactly what I'm looking for. All right, so boom, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 6-game win streak for the Knicks. They are rolling, and I mean they're not really playing too great of teams, but the teams, they're beating them. I mean, outside of Orlando gave them a challenge. The Raptors, they've kind of fallen off a little bit, but I mean they're beating their competition. A team like the Orlando Magic, a team like the San Antonio Spurs, this is the caliber of teams that the Knicks will see in the playoffs. And shoot, with the way the East is looking, maybe even in the NBA Finals, and it's good to get these wins over them, especially when you have this offense that is, if like the second best offense in the entire NBA. And that speaks a lot, because this is night and day. Yeah, see, third in points per game, fourth in rebounds per game, ninth in assists, fourth in the points per game. That's night and day from last year. Last year, the Knicks, they were a phenomenal defense, but offensively, they were lackluster. The offense was very stagnant. The offense was no really plays or sets. If it wasn't Jalen Brunson sitting up here and making something shake for himself, the Knicks were doing nothing offensively. But this year, Mike Brown has this team running what I was asking for, like a legit offense. It's not so centered on Jalen Brunson. Sometimes it's Jalen Brunson doing something. Mikal Bridges is able to show a bit more of his bag. Jordan Clarkson has been able to come on the team and be a positive. We all knew Jalen Brunson. Karl-Anthony Towns actually has had a bunch of moments this season where he's kind of shown that type of aggression that you would like to see from him. I feel like at times Karl-Anthony Towns, unless he was pushed, he was just out there and he was playing soft. He really wasn't playing. I'm gonna be honest, he was not playing to the level that I know that Karl-Anthony Towns can play. But this season, I mean, shoot, he's had moments, whether it be like within the flow of the offense or whether he's like, just give me the ball, I'll just run someone over, and he's been doing his thing. And honestly, like as long as they have Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, we know he's not going to miss a game. I mean, shoot, they'll be straight. You want OG. OG has been struggling like with injury and stuff once again this season, hence why he only has 16 games played. But honestly, I really like the look of this team. Mitchell Robinson come in and give you like some of the best 20 minutes. And in the playoffs, honestly, those 20, I don't say 17, but like those 17 to 20 minutes that he will give you, I honestly think they can be the shift in a game, whether it be like a game 3, a game 5, a game 4, a game 7, where the Knicks will really just need some energy. Maybe nobody's getting it going. You just need somebody to come out there and just give you some offense and defense. And I'm not saying Mitchell Robinson is going to come out, put up 30 or nothing crazy like that, but I mean, shoot, we know he can give you some. He's a nice threat when it comes to lobs and picks and stuff like that. We know he can block the ball. We know he can be a rim protector. Just won't be out there for that long. But regardless, I mean, them winning the NBA Cup, especially against a team like San Antonio Spurs, is very, very impressive. Now, I will say, San Antonio Spurs, they weren't. Victor Wembanyama was not. I mean, he only played. I think. Dang, how many? He didn't play a whole lot this game when I watched. Not when I watched. When like I looked at I was looking at the replay and stuff like that. He didn't play a whole lot this game. Let's see how many minutes that Vic played. I know he's under minutes restriction, so Vic played 25 minutes, 7 for 17, 14% from the field, 33. Yeah, Vic wasn't Vic, but he is also in minutes restriction. Like I said, he's been suffering with some off the court issues, and I know how that is. So give grace, but the fact that the Spurs have been competing and everything like that is a testament. But this next team, I mean, in a year like this year, where the East is wide open. The East, I mean, the Detroit Pistons have been playing phenomenal, but I mean, shoot, we saw last year, the Knicks beat them last year. The Detroit Pistons also weren't number one in the Eastern Conference last year, but the New York Knicks had the upper hand, and they have a better coach, and they have a legit offense, and they still have the same defense. They are the fourth best in the league at opponent points per game. That just messed me up. My goodness. So, yeah, the Detroit Pistons and the New York Knicks, I mean, they're 1-2 right now. And honestly, with the Cleveland Cavaliers being as poop as they are, I would probably anticipate this staying. The Pistons and the Knicks staying at this little 1-2 because it's just the Raptors are 2 games behind they're 2 games behind the Knicks. I don't really see, especially with the way they've been playing recently, 4-6 in their last 10. I'm not really expecting them to make some jump. Maybe the Magic have some like second half of the season rejuvenation. Maybe the Celtics, Jalen, who knows, right? But one thing's for sure, the New York Knicks have been phenomenal. 6-game win streak as I've seen. I don't know if they count having the cup game or whatever, but yeah. So I have to give salute to the Knicks, but I also have to talk about the team that they played beforehand. Okay, so the New York Knicks played the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio Spurs, they lost, but the Spurs are one of those teams that are very dangerous, and we're gonna go to their schedule so I can show you what makes them so dangerous. You lose to the Knicks, cool, it is what it is. This game right here, classic, phenomenal game. I didn't catch it live, I watched the replay. Phenomenal game, bro. Phenomenal game. And Victor Wembanyama was on, let's see if this will take me where I want to go. There we go. This is a game where Victor Wembanyama's on a minutes restriction. He only played 20 minutes this game, but he had 22 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and I believe 2 blocks. Yeah, so 2 blocks. Sorry, I was struggling to find where it was. Vic still clearly had a very big impact on this game. Every time Vic is out there, I mean, he's just such a amazing player that when he's out there, it's very obvious that Victor Wembanyama is on the other side of the floor. Even on the minutes restriction, you still felt all of these 20 minutes that he played. Shit, felt like he played more, right? But this Spurs team as a whole has been so good. And I have to focus on the likes of Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox. Stephon Castle and De'Aaron Fox have been holding it down while Vic was out. And De'Aaron Fox has been kind of spearheading this team while Vic was out. And Stephon Castle, I mean, after Stephon Castle definitely was a player that had like some question marks at one point from a lot of people. And I want to make sure, I don't want to misspeak. Yeah, so Stephon Castle is a guy to where, I mean, he was, rookie of the year and all this different types of stuff, but a lot of people were questioning his rookie of the year, the validity of all of these things. They were just saying all these different things, and this season I feel like he has shut a lot of that stuff up, right? Not the best three-point shooter, but his ability to use his athleticism, his ability to decelerate, and finish over defenders and all these different types of things, and finish at the rim, and also be able to shoot from the mid-range and all these different types of things, has been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal. He's a pretty nice defender as well, and this is something huge for the Spurs. Where it's like you look at this roster. I mean, this roster, sheesh. We're not talking about them yet. This roster is sheesh. Is I ain't gonna say loaded, but they have a lot of pieces on here. Devin Vassell, not talking about Harrison, Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, Julian Champagne, Keldon Johnson, Vic, Carter Bryant hasn't even started playing yet. Like Jeremy Sohan, like they have a lot of guys on this roster, and they're ahead of schedule. I mean, I think the start that they're at now is like they're 18-7 or something like that. This is like the best start that they have had since 2017 or something. One of those years in the 2010s is very impressive. And mind you, they went a big stretch without Victor Wembanyama. And the Spurs are a team that's very dangerous because they're ahead of schedule. They are a team where it's like you draft Vic last year. He has his rookie year and everything. He goes down, and the year before, one of them years, right? And people are talking about Vic, talking about the Spurs, how their youth and what they are in the NBA. And you see the season that Victor has last year, where he can be like a defensive player of the year. Before he gets injured, he was a defensive player of the year, legitimately. And you're like, oh, snap. Then you go into the offseason, you look at the Spurs team, you're like, oh, snap, they have some guys. I mean, they just got Dylan Harper, and on top of the rest of the people in that roster I just named, the Spurs team might be dangerous. And, I mean, that is exactly what we are seeing so far in the West. I mean, the Spurs currently sit as the 4 seed in a stacked Western Conference. They are the 4 seed above the Rockets, above the Timberwolves, above the Warriors. Anyways, they are above. I mean, what I'm saying, above a good amount of teams that the Timberwolves were in the finals. I mean, the Western Conference Finals last year. You know what I'm saying? So to see the Spurs sit up here and go from a team that I don't even think they were in the play-in last year to be here, it's pretty impressive. And they are a team that, honestly, in my mind, they could throw off a team like the Rockets. If the Rockets stay at the 5 seed, or if they move up to the 3 seed somehow, they can mess up a team like the Timberwolves. They could mess up any team, any one of these top contenders, the Thunder, the Nuggets, the Lakers, the Rockets, the Timberwolves, that we are looking at as like legitimate contenders in the Western Conference. The Spurs, bro, with Vic, especially with the way they are playing, they're going to give whatever team that they play a very difficult 7-game series. Whether they win or lose, it's going to be a very difficult series for that team. You see, they beat OKC in a classic, and where Vic only played 20 minutes. And I'm not saying, like, Vic plays like 40 or something like that, and, you put this in a 7-game series, the Spurs might sweep. No, nothing. I'm not going to say nothing crazy like that. But I will say, we might see Thunder. They just, how they're going toe-to-toe with the Nuggets. They might end up be doing that with Vic. And the rest of the Spurs roster, once Dylan Harper starts to develop, De'Aaron Fox, he's starting to get into his groove as a player. Stephon Castle, like, this Spurs team is a team that if you are any one of these teams in this top 6, you should be scared of. You should be legitimately afraid of the San Antonio Spurs if you have any type of dreams and aspirations of making it to the finals. Because Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs, they are coming if they have not already arrived. Pause. Now, let's keep it on the Western Conference. It's a lot of Western Conference talk today. The Golden State Warriors. Let's go to the standings. The Warriors are 13-14. Let's go to the roster. Well, wait. Let's go to player stats. Is it? Okay, yeah. I remember when we started the year, and you had Jonathan Kuminga. He was balling, bro. He had one hell of a game versus the Lakers. And the first couple of games, it looked like he had balled in. He was ready. Ever since then, he has not looked good. He's getting DMPs from the coach. I mean, he's 17 games played, not because he's injured, because Steve Kerr's like, yo, you just don't need to be on the floor. And it's kind of underwhelming. Especially when you look at this roster. Listen, bro, Stephen Curry is 37 years old, and he's still giving you, 30, 34. You can't really look at his assists and his rebounds to recognize his impact on the game. Stephen Curry is still playing at an extremely high level at 37 years old. And Jimmy Butler is sitting up here, 19 points per game. You don't really want that from Jimmy. And you look at the rest of this roster, nobody on this roster is quite that good. Not to say that everyone's bad, but Will Richard is smooth. I like him. Moses Moody, I mean, Jimmy Butler's not bad. Al Horford has been decent, but like for majority of these players, bro, Quentin Post, Draymond Green, Seth Curry, Pat Spencer has been cool to watch. But bro, you telling me that you have a 37-year-old Steph Curry on your team still playing at what feels like the peak of his powers, even though we know it's not, and this is the roster you put around him, to where y'all aren't even at a 500 record? Y'all cannot be one of the competitors in the NBA. Y'all have a team like the Phoenix Suns over y'all. It's a bad look. And the Warriors, they have to do something. Something has to change. I saw Pierre from Numbers on the Board going like a little rant about this earlier, but the Warriors have to do something. They just don't. I don't know what it is. They just have to get their shit together. They have to. This is embarrassing. You cannot tell me you have Stephen Curry when a top. Some people will say top 10. Some people say top 5. We can agree he's a top 15 to 20 player in the NBA history. On your team, the best shooter in NBA history. That's something else we can agree on. On your team, playing at a high level, and you're telling me you're 13 and 14 and fighting for the ninth seed in the Western Conference, bro. Now the West is competitive. Don't get me wrong, but you have Stephen Curry on your team. And I hear all these, and I remember these players were talking about, oh, we might give the keys to Pods. It's 12, 3, and 5 in year 3. That's who you're going to give the keys to? Like, for real. And there have been times where I watch Pods on the court, and he will make one of the worst decisions you've ever seen. He doesn't know where to cut. He doesn't know where to be at on the floor. He doesn't know what to do when he has the ball in his hands. His passes have been errant. Like, he just does not look good. There's nobody on this team, and you hope Jonathan Kuminga. Well, Jonathan Kuminga is getting DNPs. He's not playing well. Nobody on this team outside of Stephen Curry looks good. Honestly, Stephen Curry's the only player on. I mean, Will Richard. I like Will Richard, right? So he's a rookie. Boom. But outside of him and Steph, and even him, I trade. But Steph is the only person who's safe, and the fact that this is the roster you put around him is just a bad look, bro. It's a bad look. I have some ideas where the Warriors could go from here, but, they are literally in NBA hell right now, and I don't know how they get out of it, truth be told. Now the last thing, well, not the last thing, second to the last thing is Cooper Flagg having, he scored 40. He became the youngest player in NBA history, the first 18-year-old in NBA history to score 40 points. After starting the season off, he had 24 in the first half. I remember getting a notification for that on my phone. It was like, oh, yeah, Coop just scored 24 in the first half. I'm like, what the world? So then, naturally, I'm like, oh, snap, he about to have him game. Finished with 40. I didn't know he was the first 18-year-old to score 40. I guess I never really thought about it. I was just hoping, that sounds like something LeBron would have done. But hey, Coop is putting it together. He's getting kind of scary. He's averaging how much now? No way. He's averaging what? 17, 6, and 3. He's looking like exactly what we thought he was going to be. And it might be more so the fact that he's getting more comfortable with the ball in his hands and stuff like that. It takes time, don't get me wrong, to become comfortable with the ball in your hands, to be able to actually go out there and be productive as a top option as a rookie on a team like the Mavericks that sits at where are the Mavericks sitting? Yeah, at 12th in the league right now. The West right now. But honestly, bro, Coop is putting it together. I think him not playing as many point guard minutes is also helping him. But yeah, bro, this is very impressive from Coop. I got to give it to you, Coop, man. You look legit. And I always had a hope for Coop, even in the early season struggles, and he's gonna have more struggles as the season goes on. But he's clearly starting to put it together and figure it out as a player, and I love to see that. Concanuppo is still balling out, but he's kind of falling off a little bit. Derek Queen, obviously, been one of the biggest talks. Last Monday. Wait, no. Monday? No, I think that was last Monday, right? Am I tweaking? He had his big little. December? Yeah, this was last Monday where he had his 33-point triple-double and everything. Even though it was a loss, he played phenomenal. And yeah, Cedric Howard, he was one of my guys. He averaged a double double. He's been balling out for Memphis. One of my guys coming out of college, even with the injury and stuff he sustained, and the lack of film you had of him at a D1 level, I still was all in on him. And you have these other rookies. I could talk about them all day as well. But, I just really wanted to highlight Coop and how great he has played. And the final thing, of course, is none other than the ladder. We already talked about the Knicks. The OKC Thunder and the Denver Nuggets are 1-2. I feel like every time we look at this, they're going to be 1-2 because what can you really say? The only thing I will say about them being 1-2 is you have these guys right here, and I'm telling you, if I am any team in that Western Conference, the Thunder think they finna be on a dynasty, the Nuggets think they finna get Jokic another ring. Hey, bro, you got to deal with them boys in San Antonio, man. You have to deal with these boys in San Antonio. Houston think they finna. Hey, you have to deal with them boys in San Antonio. I think that they're going to give both of these teams a problem. Houston Rockets, they look like the Houston Rockets. Not really too much I can say about them. Just teams that we gotta wait until April, May. Not April. Yeah, like May, June to see what they're really about. The Detroit Pistons have looked phenomenal as well. But the San Antonio Spurs, bro, they're going to. Yeah, bro. The Lakers, they've been struggling. Their defense was not good during the Cup. But hey, the Lakers are another team where like I said, I think they're like a first, second round exit. Just not really too convincing them. And yeah, you have the rest of these teams. I'm not going to go through them, truth be told. But yeah, that's all I have for this week at NBA Weekly. The main things, Golden State Warriors are selling Stephen Curry, and the San Antonio Spurs are a dangerous team to look out for. Plain and simple. But that's all I have for now. If you enjoyed this video, like I said earlier, make sure you leave a like. And if you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That's all I got for now. Until next time, peace.